All right. I think we're good to get started here. Welcome everyone for another Moonedge Spaces. My name is Ken. Today I'm joined by, or welcoming back, I should say, Wes from Quantlytica. Wes, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, hey, how's it going?
Great, man. Great to have you with us. Wes, we're bringing you back on because we're doing just a project update, just to give the listeners that were introduced to the project in the last AMA, just a refresher on everything that's happening and has happened in the Quantlytica ecosystem, as well as introducing the project again to um, the new listeners who are joining us for the first time. So with that, I was wondering if you could go ahead, take the floor, introduce yourself, and tell us a little bit about yourself, your experience, and maybe touch on some of like the key features of the Quantlytica platform.
Yeah, it sounds good. Sounds like a good plan. So, yeah, hello everyone. I'm Wesley, CPO and co-founder of Quantlytica. Actually, we are building an AI-powered multi-chain liquidity distribution protocol. So let me just ask everyone one question is that imagine discovering a decent yield opportunity within 1 minute. It is super hard for degens, for Web3 users, or even for Web2 users. So we want to become like your liquidity gateway that streamlines finding and building the best yield strategies across the market. And this yield strategy is not only about farming yields, it is also about how you're going to deploy your liquidity, how you can better find a degen project, or how you can better find a high yield project across the market. So we are leveraging machine learning and statistical model. We conduct horizontal comparison of return, liquidity risk, and safety across all DeFi projects. Having said that, we done all the research and do all the workload for you. And then we will provide multiple automated strategies that is tailored to various user needs. Having said that, for users that is care about yield, you can find out there's a high yield strategy that is currently on Quantlytica. For users that you don't care about yield, but you care about how much points you can earn from multiple platforms. You will also find out those strategies that is currently happening on Quantlytica. And this is our first stage. In our second stage is that our Fund SDK toolkit is going to further lower the barrier to access Web3. Having said that, even though you don't know anything about coding, you don't know anything about smart contract, you can also become like a builders to make your own DeFi strategy, to build your own DeFi strategy, and then you can test it fast, easy, and accessible. So what does that mean? It means that you can also perform backtesting on the strategy that you're going to deploy. So we are not only visualize your liquidity point like a glow life. We are also visualize how you are going to perform in this DeFi world and also in today's crypto space. And in our third phases is that everyone can monetize their DeFi strategy directly on Quantlytica's marketplace. So we are more like an open platform for every users to build on top of Quantlytica to distribute liquidity across different platforms, across different ecosystem, and stand at the standpoint of protocols. We're helping them to attract liquidity from users. So that is overall what we are doing right now, using AI, using our DeFi integration to help user better distribute their liquidity across the market. So this is our current roadmap and what we are doing right now. And yesterday we just announced our fundraising, Polygon Labs, Eureka Partners, Web3 Port Foundation, DWM Ventures, and Tier 1 and Tier 2 VCs Ventures that is joining in our fundraising.
I
And
noticed.
I
I
think
noticed you guys had an impressive list there, man. Really impressive. You guys, do you mind stating who they are? Like, I know you named some of them, but there are some other ones as well.
yeah, of course. Let me bring all the names for you guys. Yeah, so Eureka Partners, Genesis Capital, Connecticut Capital, Blockverse Capital, Asa Ventures, ZBS Capital. Actually, you can name it. A lot of DJs, a lot of good ventures, a lot of good friends are participating in our round. So they're helping us to really break into the barrier of Web3, help us to build our products, help us to really onboard more users from Web2 into today's DeFi world. Yeah,
Amazing.
so having said that, that is what we are building up right now. And I think a little bit stories about our background is that me and Han, CPO and our CEO actually were coming from traditional finance.
Okay.
So that is why we really believe that what we are building up right now is not targeting about degen users. That is also a product that is targeting for those kind of like users that is I'm not going to say low level, but they don't know anything about smart contract. The reason is that we know a lot of things about finance, but when we first step into Web3, all the capitals, all the kind of like buildings, all the staking, restaking, deposit, withdrawal, everything is just haunting us. We think that it is too complicated. So we want to build a strategy, or we want to build a product that is easy for everyone to really participate in today's DeFi world. So here comes Quantlytica, your AI-powered liquidity distribution protocol. And that is what we're building on right now. Really want to become like your liquidity getaway.
Fantastic, incredible. Now, you guys recently also hit an important milestone, if I'm not mistaken. $1 million in deposits. Do I have that right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. So recently we have opened a few strategy vote that allow users to deploy their capital into the market and directly earn multiple points from several projects: Orderly Network, Elixir, Singularity, and also Coral Finance. And later on, we'll onboarding more chains and also more projects that user can directly from yield. And recently, we just reached a million deposit. That is one of a pool that would help users to grow their USDT, but at the same time earn points in immediately. So that is something that why we reach 1 million deposit and why we're working for our community and our users. And we are just out live for one week, and we're expecting that more capitals will be deployed through Quantlytica, and we're imagining that there's more deposit will be happening. And we just go live our Ethereum pool today that is facing Singularity. So just a little bit background about Singularity. They are kind of like a compliant staking that is backed by a lot of big VCs and big ventures. But to comply, or let's say to really perform staking, you need to perform KYB, KYC, and then complete a lot of staking process. But through Conlytica, we simplify all the process. You can just deposit and start to earn everything. And then you can just withdraw anytime that you want. So a cool thing about Quantlytica staking, or a cool thing about how Quantlytica is earning money for our users, is that when you deploy your capital through Quantlytica, there's no lockup period for users. Only kind of like a corner cases for some of the strategy that we believe a lockup period will work better. But in most cases, is that you can deposit and withdraw anytime that you like. Yeah. So we just reached a million deposit, as I said, and then we are also targeting for 10 million before our TGE.
Wow, incredible milestone, Wes, and that's quite the goal. And I'm sure you're going to get there at this pace. You mentioned the TGE. Any idea on a potential date or quarter or a ballpark time frame?
Yep, so I think everyone have seen a lot of project like ZK or a lot of like Blast. I think they are hunting users, and users are tired of farming their points for such a long time.
Right.
So for Quantlytica, we don't want to last for such a long time. So our TG is set around September to October. Right now, we're finalizing the date with our centralized exchange and also a few IDO platform that is currently in discussion.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
you can say that our point system is going to hunt our users for only for 1.5 months, and then in September and October, then the TG will comes in.
Well, that's a great relief for the users because yeah, and you're right because all I also have farmed for points and have had to wait longer than a year to redeem them and get those airdrops. So that's great. Um, Wes, I have a question for you. The current market condition. I was wondering if you had seen a change in the way people use the platform. If you yourself changed your strategy a bit, has anything that's happened over the last few days, I guess, impacted you guys or created a noticeable impact on the platform usage?
I would say it indeed have a little bit impact, but I would say that also makes us different from the market. What does that mean? Because I think currently we are seeing that a lot of users said, "Hey, I don't want to stake my USDC in your platform. Actually, I want to stake Ethereum." Why? Because they are buying the dip on Ethereum, but there's no way they can utilize those Ethereum before the bull run release comes in. They will sell this token, let's say 1 or 2 months later, but there's no way that they can use that. So that is why we onboard and we release our latest pool about Ethereum that is facing Singularity. So for users that you really buy the tip about Ethereum, feel free to come to Quantlytica. You can stake in Quantlytica and earn more points on your Ethereum. And then when you find out, hey, the time is right, I want to sell it, you just withdraw and sell it into the market. So in Quantlytica, we are not stopping you to earn yields, to earn alpha across the market. Actually, we're helping you to earn more than the alphas in the market. So having said that, I think the market condition really makes us a little bit different is that we are going to release more pools that is facing different coins. So let's say right now we are looking for some meme community that they have some meme coins. They don't know how to use that. They can place into Quantlytica and we will earn revenue, earn income for them. And later on, we'll also release more strategy vote that is focusing on different asset class, like maybe it is Ethereum, maybe it is Solana, maybe it is Matic, maybe it's Bitcoin, maybe it is different coins. So that is currently what we are working on right now is that we are gradually on board more tokens, more asset into our strategy vault to help different community, to help different users to really generate revenue into this bear market. And let's say when the bull market really comes in, they can redeem and they can sell it. And at that moment, we will onboard more different trading strategy that is focusing during the bull run. So in the bull run, after you have sell your tokens into USDC, you can also stake into our USDC pool to earn some trading revenue, to earn some income by staking into Quantlytica. So actually later on, what we are going to onboard or what we are going to update is that for each strategy, we will put it as a tag to tell users what kind of market scenario is the most suitable to that strategy. So let's say today is a bull market, you can invest in a few votes that we're currently open. And let's say today it is a bear market, we'll open different strategy that is allow user and is most suitable to our users. And all things that haven't changed is that all those capitals and all those funds will not be locked up. You can always withdraw anytime in Quantlytica. And that is something that current market conditions really change us, but it also makes us better.
Excellent, excellent. And it sounds like it's quite important to have a tool such as this to help people who are investing or trading stay versatile in a highly volatile market. So this sounds like really valuable stuff. Guys, I do have some questions from the listeners. Before I get to those, though, I have two CTAs for everyone. The first, I encourage you all to join the Quantlytica Telegram. I've posted it in the comments of the Spaces link, so you can find it. You can find it there. It'll be a Moonedge post with the link to the Quantlytica Telegram. Do not join any other Telegram links that you might find. Only from the Moonedge handle will you find the official Quantlytica link. Any other link from any other user that is not authorized, it's likely a scam. So please do not join those links. Secondly, I would like to mention that the magic number for listeners to redeem social points for the airdrop. Wes, can I go ahead and do that now?
Yes, please go ahead.
All right, guys. So grab your pen and papers or keyboards. Get your keyboards ready. The number is 240910. Again, that's 240910, and that's for listeners to redeem their social points for the airdrop. All right. So, got those two things done. I'd like to move on to some of our listener questions at the moment. Let's start with any comments. Give me 1 second, Wes. Let me scan the comments here. We've got a few. Okay. So, looks like we got a comment from LeBron Gaines. Question is, can users customize their investment strategies on Quantlytica, or is it more of a set and forget solution?
Yep, I think it is really like a degen question from LeBron Games. Yep. So currently, users don't need to customize their strategy on Quantlytica. But in our second phase, that is why we are going to release our Fund SDK, is that user can customize at that moment. So how does the customization works is that you don't need to know anything about coding. We will integrate into different DeFi protocols into our platform, and you can use our Fund SDK toolkit to drag and combine your own strategy. And that is the first step that how you can customize and create your own investment strategy. Coming up next is that we will have a backtesting framework. You might be curious how backtesting is being performed. Actually, it is utilizing AI because just kind of like a fun fact for users. In banking system, if you want to perform backtesting without AI support, you need to run 2 days for your single portfolio. But with AI, you can run just within 10 minutes. So after those simulation and after all those backtesting, LeBron gains, you can visualize how your strategy works in the past few months, and you can expect how it's going to perform in the later few days or even few weeks. Having said that, after all these tools, you can better create and better visualize your strategy on chain, and then you can deploy it directly through Quantlytica smart contract. So that is what is going to release in our second phase is that user can customize everything. But here comes a little more interesting thing is that in our phase three, is that people, or let's say SR token holders, you can onboard low strategy directly on Quantlytica's marketplace. So people are not only passively follow low strategy that is built by Quantlytica, that is also built by LeBron Games, or let's say any of the users or any of the builders that are holding our tokens. So by holding our tokens, you become like a fund manager in Quantlytica, and you are like a fund manager that is raising capital from the market and earn those revenue share with Quantlytica with the community. So that is our third phase, how users can better utilize our token and also how you can at the same time monetize your buildings, monetize your strategy directly on Quantlytica. So yeah, having said that, in the future, user can customize their own strategy and directly deploy into Quantlytica. And in our phase four is that what we're going to do is that maybe you are not currently using Quantlytica. Maybe currently you are building on top of other platform. You can deploy into Quantlytica's AI scanner. We will scan all the risk parameters and all the liquidity risk that your strategy is currently facing. Then you can integrate back to Quantlytica and then you can deploy on chain. So having said that, our AI is just like a wealth manager, helping you to develop, helping you to scan, and helping you to deploy. That is something that it will coming up in our phase two, phase three, and even phase four. So that is something that in our roadmap. And right now, we onboard the first thing is passively follow strategy. Next step, actively build your own strategy. And phase three, actively sell your strategy. That is something that in our roadmap right now.
Wow, very exciting stuff, Wes. Very exciting stuff. I love the roadmap. All right. One more question here coming from Crypto Castle. Are there any strategic partnerships or collaborations that Quantlytica has in place or is looking to establish? Obviously, some partnerships you can't mention due to, I don't know, because they're not official yet. But if there are some that you have, we don't want to put you on the spot, Wes, and jeopardize any partnerships. Thank you, Crypto Castle, for the question. But if there is anything you can tell us about, please go ahead.
Norris, given it is our AMA and with our community, I think we are happy to kind of like announce more collaborations with users. So right now, Orderly Network that helping us, we will deploy our order book, deploy our trading strategy on Orderly Network. That is one of the collaboration that we're working on. Coral Finance. So let's say today users that if you are interested in staking Quantlytica to earn points, those points you don't need to wait until TGE. Actually, you can directly just cash out on Coral Finance. That is one of the collaboration that we really look upon on because user you don't need to wait for a TGE. You can cash out immediately on Coral Finance. And also we are working with Singularity. Singularity is one of the compliance staking that they only support and they only receive onboard institutional users. So Quantlytica as their KYB partners that we are one of their institutional users and we are making it open for our users that stake on Quantlytica. So you don't need to perform KYB or KYC. You can all comply. You can all perform compliance staking through Quantlytica through a simple deposit and withdrawal, and that everything happens. And another collaboration that we are going to announce, actually, it will be coming up in next week or 2 weeks later, is Chainlink. So Quantlytica is actually like a multi-chain platform. So all of our revenue and all of our token will be on multi-chain. And all those cross-chain, actually, we are going to rely on some kind of like reliable or let's say kind of like believable users or partners. And Chainlink is our selection, and also they will become our official partners on all those cross-chain through their latest CCIP. So when users want to cross-chain our tokens or cross-chain our revenue or cross-chain your referral or anything that is happening on Quantlytica, it will be all going through Chainlink. And of course, later on, we'll be releasing some of the collaboration, no matter it is from DeFi protocols or with some KOLs or even some community that haven't able to release right now. We will reveal officially in our Telegram group chat or in our Twitter handles. So yeah, more collaboration is coming in. It is not only about community, it is not only about DeFi protocols. Actually, I would say all the DeFi platform or all the Web3 is talking about liquidity. So liquidity is something that we are good at, something we want to solve for the user, solve for the community, and that is something that why it makes it able to collaborate with a lot of projects at this current moment.
Okay, excellent. Next question is from Trader Live. Not sure AI trading projects have been more profitable than just copy trading the best traders. Am I wrong?
I would say it really depends. Let's say today, one of the copy trading give you kind of like a good alpha, but does it mean that they can protect you for the downside risk? Because what we're standing at the standing point is that people right now in today's market, they don't care about is like a 2x or 3x. They just care about you don't go to zero. So for this week market, actually for Bitcoin and Ethereum, I think it drops people a lot of the precision for let's say on till 50% or even 20% down to the road. So that is something that for copy pasting, copy trading that they cannot help you is that they cannot protect your downside risk. And for AI, they're helping you to kind of like protect your downside risk. So that is one of the advantage of AI trading project that is different from others. But I would say what Quantlytica is different from other trading bots or strategy vote is that we does not only care about your revenue. What does that mean? Let's say today you want to have the highest liquidity across the market. Today you want to cash out your portfolio routinely one to one of the address that you want to pay your mortgage or want to pay your bill. Well, let's say today you have some kind of like a cross-chain need that you want to cross from Ethereum to Base to Arbitron, anywhere else. It is not about yield, it is not about revenue, but it is about your liquidity and that is your daily user need. So that is something that in our liquidity distribution protocol that we care about is not only about your yield, but everything that how you're going to deal with your liquidity. So for copy trading, they only care about how much yield that you're going to earning, but they don't care about how much loss you might be facing. And that is something we face right now and we are focusing on right now. And the second part is we care not only about your 2x or 3x, we also care about how those yield can be combined with your daily need, with your liquidity requirement, or let's say your portfolio currently on ETF, bond, or stocks. So that is currently what Quantlytica is doing and what we are working with Murex. Murex is one of the biggest risk management and portfolio company in Europe. We are going to work with them on how you can manage your liquidity portfolio and the whole picture with your whole portfolio with let's say stock, bond, or everything. So in the end, you can see Quantlytica is more like your portfolio or AI wealth manager dashboard that you can manage everything together. It is not only about trading, but it is more about your daily life.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for that. One last question from Gemini. And the question is as follows. Hold on one second. Let me just queue it up. Oh, I think I've lost the question here. Let me try again. One second, Wes. I'm pretty sure I saw
Yeah,
another
no worries.
question here. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Here we go. DeFi. Oh, here we go. This one's a spicy question. DeFi is so crowded now, and a lot of people doing the same things. What is Quantlytica's unique selling proposition? So, what will make Quantlytica stand out from the crowd?
Yep. So I would say it back to our story is we are your liquidity getaway. So how does we say we are like a liquidity getaway? I think simple to use. It's something our selling point. So when user come into Quantlytica, you can see that our integration with Singularity, with Orderly Network, or any of the trading vault or DeFi protocols will simplify your DeFi journey in just a few clicks. So you don't need to worry about how I need to learn about staking, restaking, how I need to learn about deposit, withdraw, redeem, all those complex operations. We make it easy for you, just like a deposit and withdraw. because that is the easiest way that user can participate in today's DeFi. So first thing that why we come up with those selling point is because we are coming from traditional finance. And the first day me and my CEO come into this space, we are haunted by all those operations. Even though we have done a lot of things in traditional finance in banking, we still don't know how to perform those kind of integrations and MetaMask stuff. So we want to make it easier for users to really participate in DeFi. So when people talks about how DeFi is so crowded, actually we understand that, but we know that we are different because we not only care about how DeFi can generate yield, we make it easier for users to participate. So that is about the first thing. And the second thing is, as we said, a lot of DeFi protocols just talks about how I can generate yield for you, especially for a lot of asset management protocols. But for Quantlytica, yield is not just the only thing that we care about. We care about liquidity. We care about how you can better manage your capital across different protocols or across the market. And here comes to the most and not the least the next but not least important thing is our AI is going to help you across all the things that we are going to do in Quantlytica. So let's say Crypto Gemini, today you said that, hey, Quantlytica, I want to find out one of the strategy that kind of like meet one of my current needs. We will help you to identify and generate the most suitable strategy for you. And then you can automate that directly on chain. And later on is that, let's say you are not comfortable for what is delivered by Quantlytica, you can build on top of our fund SDK. So you don't need to worry that I don't know anything about coding, but how I can become like a builders. Quantlytica know that this market and this space actually requires a lot of developers to make this better. So we deliver this fun SDK for everyone to easily participate in today's DeFi building. And our third phase is that when your buildings have to happen, when you have delivered your buildings, how you can really monetize it. So you can imagine that our marketplace is just like a places that everyone can become like a fund manager. So this is also our selling points. And the other thing is that we are using AI to identify all the DeFi protocols that you currently can integrate, you currently can participate. And those identification is not only coming from on-chain data or let's say financial data. That is also about some off-chain data and their follows on Twitter, if they are active in Twitter in their community, and what is their latest fundraising. So for this part, we are not only integrating with Arcan, we are also integrating with real data to find out those data that is not about financials, but that is crucial for the success of a platform and also for a protocol. So in combination is that why we call us like a liquidity gateway, because those integration is not only stop at aggregator part. We are not just like a DeFi aggregation. We are more like a liquidity gateway that we help you to do all the tasks, to do all the integration, and then later on we simplify everything that way you participate in today's DeFi. So after today's call, actually before our TGE, there's a few functionalities that we will go live and we would love to share with today's community is about kind of like some dashboard and kind of like some AI data visualization, and also our backtesting framework will coming live in our Q4. That is something that for our token holders and for our community they can enjoy at the first place without any of the subscription fee that is coming up in next year. That for all the utilization of our API, it might require some subscription fee, but at that moment, if you're holding our tokens, that is also one of our token utility, is that you can easily just manage those data, and then you can easily just manage your DeFi journey into this crypto space. So I would say those selling point is make us a little bit different from hugely different from other platform that only focusing on yield. We're more focusing on how you can visualize, how you can really complete and success in today's DeFi world. So you can see us more like a infrastructure, more like a protocol instead of just like a single platform.
Okay, excellent. Just scanning the comments. There's people asking for the code again. I guess maybe they didn't hear it the first time. Guys, really quick, it's the magic number for the social points airdrop. 240910. Okay, guys, and also just a reminder, we've posted the link to the Quantlytica Telegram from the Moonedge account in the comments. If you see another Telegram link in the comments because sometimes spammers and scammers tend to do sneaky things. Do not click that link. Only click the link from the official account. All right, guys. We've got two more questions, Wes, and they are starting from Eddie Eth. Sounds complicated. Will there be easy mode for beginners? Wes,
Sorry,
can you hear me?
can you repeat your question, please?
Yeah. Uh, Eddie Eth is basically saying this sounds very complex. He's asking if there's an easy mode or an easy way to get started for beginners.
Of course, of course. So that is one of our selling point is that we don't want to over complex our users. So when user come into our platform, they can see that hey, it is super easy to use that. You can just find out it is just like an app. There's a lot of strategies, and you can directly see what is the strategy working for you, and you can just deposit, withdraw. That's it. So what we're talking about Fund SDK is coming up in our next step. So for users that don't care about anything about building, they just want to passively follow, you can directly utilize our platform as your investment platform or as your AI wealth manager. So what we are talking about those data driven or those data analysis or let's say those Fund SDK, that is coming up in our next phase. But when this part go live, actually it is not like a coding base or a kind of like a script that everyone need to type a lot of coding. Actually, you're just like building a Lego. You just pour everything into one of the toolbox and it will generate the code for you. And you can visualize how it works and you can deploy on chain. So for users, actually for easy users, you don't really need to understand a lot of DeFi protocols. The only thing you need to know is that what you are looking for. As long as you know that what you're looking for a low yield but low risk, or you're looking for high yield but high risk, or you're looking for points without any of the loss on your capitals, you can do that easily on Quantlytica.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Another question. This one comes to us from, give me 1 second here. Let me open it up again. From Tech Dev Mike W. The tech is interesting, but what do you think of the current market? Is it too volatile for this to work, or do you have data to show it works better than the average trader?
Yeah, so I think one thing is that today, why people love to stake their Ethereum on Quantlytica because they just buy the dip on Ethereum. But today, Ethereum is generating, let's say, the APR is around 0.5% on Aave, Compound, or any of the lending platform. But in Quantlytica, you can utilize your Ethereum to earn points from Singularity, from Quantlytica, and from our partners, which require the liquidity from Ethereum. So those APR is actually generating, let's say, 40 to 50% out of those points, and those points will be redeemable into TGE, into our token in near future. So those kind of revenue is helping users that is holding Ethereum right now can earn passive income. So that is why our trading strategy actually differs in different market scenario. In today's bear market, we're focusing more on how you can protect your capitals, how you can protect your downside risk, but at the same time, earn some income, earn some revenue from your capitals. Let's say you put your capital inside, you put your Ethereum inside, and you farm the points for you. But let's say today we quickly go into our let's say our bull market. How in the bull market help you earn money is how you can earn alphas from the market. So at that moment, we will release more trading strategies or let's say long short strategy that allows you to really enjoy the bull market. So in Quantlytica, actually in different market scenario, we will suggest and we will recommend users to participate in different trading strategy. And those identification and those recommendation will be coming from data driven, from machine learning, and also from our AI. So that is something that those copy traders is not able to help you is that copy traders, they are also be haunted by their emotional roller coaster. But for Quantlytica, we want to remove that for the users to allow users to easily invest into this market. So that is something that also our selling point and also how Quantlytica is doing in today's market scenario or in today's market condition is that in today's market condition, we know users want to protect their capitals. When they buy the dip, they want to utilize their liquidity, and we are helping that. So that is why in today's market or in today, we are releasing our Ethereum trading pool with Singularity. That is the main reason. And coming up next is that there will be more trading votes and trading strategy or different asset class that we will be supporting in the coming weeks.
Okay, fascinating, man. Amazing. One last question, Wes. This one isn't a hard one. Although you've answered all of the questions incredibly well, and I thank you. This one comes from Altcoin Alchemy. Wes, what's your top blue chip and top altcoin for this cycle? So they can be one and the same, or they can be two different coins. Do you have any altcoins that you're eyeing to be top performers? And this is not financial advice, guys. This is not financial advice. This is just an opinion.
I'm really hard to say which, but to be honest, I cannot say that every time. So I would say Quantlytica token is the best, but to be honest, I would say as an investor or as a long-term traders, I would say hold your big position on the top tokens. Let's say it is in no matter in stables. So holding stables makes you able to buy the dip anytime in this market. Or let's say Bitcoin, Ethereum, those kind of like blue chips, I would say keep your bag in those blue chips as much as possible in today's market because you never know that when is the dip and when is the top, right? So in Quantlytica, actually, what we are coming up next for the trading strategy is that we'll help you to better manage the dip and the top. So here's a smart contract, a smart DCA, and some of the trading strategy that allows you to invest in longer terms, but also will help you to identify the market scenario when you to buy, when you to sell. And there is some new functionalities that will coming up next. But when you talk about altcoins, I would say maybe you can you can put your eye on Quantlytica token and then what are the tokens that we're supporting coming up next in our pool, and it will give you some evidence about what we are bullish on. But that is not a financial advice. That's just my personal opinion.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, Wes, that's going to conclude our discussion for today. Once again, I want to thank you for another outstanding Spaces. You knocked it out of the park. Thank you so much, Wes, for joining us again.
Yeah, thanks. And thanks everyone.
All right, guys, follow Quantlytica on Twitter, join their Telegram. Official link posted in the comments from the Moonedge account. And we'll see you all next time. Take care, everyone. Bye, Wes. Take care.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You
See
too.
you all.